Hello everyone and welcome to today's final episode for first season. I guess. Probably. Life can be very unpredictable. So let's see. But today it's semi-predictable. Now let's step inside and look what we will create. So today we will create our about page and we will also add few small things in events, sign in and register page. And also we will work a little bit on responsiveness of this website. Now let's start creating our about page, and this will be actually very easy because we only need to add text and few images. So I will go to my about.js, I will remove this h2 tag, I will add here div, and let's add also space in here and in here. Then I will add here h1 tag with some title. Down here I will add p tag with some text. Then there will be another div tag, and inside this div we will have two divs. Let's put space in here and also in here. Inside this first div we will have h2 tag with title2. We will again have two divs. Here we will have p tag with some small text. Down here we will have image, and we will have again p tag in here with some more text. We will have actually the same structure in other div, so let's just paste it in here. Okay, so let's put a space in here, and now let's work on our second div. So we will again have h2 tag with title 3, and then we will have p tag in here with a longer text. Let's say 100. Okay, let's just save this. We have our text. Now let's just add a little bit of style. In this first div we will have class name container main about. In here we will have class name container about bold. In here we will have class name container about cranky bicycle. We will also have class name inside this image, and it will be container about cranky bicycle image. We will have class name in here container about p. We will have this same class name inside this p tag and inside this p tag, and also we will have class name container about cranky bicycle bike. Okay, so I googled some kind of bike image, and I will actually add this image. So I will copy image address and I will put in this source. And I guess I will also put the same image in here. Okay, let's save it and have a look what we have so far. We have these images. Okay, so I forgot to import CSS file, so we also need to import this file. I will import about CSS. Let's save this. Okay, now it looks better. I will add class name also in here, and it will be container about programming. And I will also add class name inside this p tag. So let's save this. Okay, for now let's leave this about page as it is. Let's go to event page, and inside here we will have div. Inside this div we will have another div, and here we will have p tag and also b. Inside here we will have event page, or let's have it like this, and then some text. We will have class name in here, container main event. We will have class name container main circle. Let's just save this and have a look. Okay. Now let's copy this and let's add it in register page. Let's make this pretty. And inside here we will change this to register, and also in here. Let's save this. Now let's go to our sign in page and let's also add it in here. And this will be sign in, and also in here sign in. Let's save this. Let's have a look. Okay, this is sign in page and this is register page. Okay, event sign in register is okay. About page is created, and now we need to work a little bit on responsiveness. Okay, so now I will go to my about CSS, and I will also go to my home CSS, and in here we have this media only screen, and there is pixels for this width. So I will copy this from here, and I will go to my about page CSS, and I will paste it in here. And now I will make this a little bit bigger. I will click F12. I will check at which point I need to add breaking point, so this would look more beautiful. I will actually put it a little bit bigger. I can see that if I make this a little bit smaller, I can see I have these pixels here. And I can see that at 900 pixels there should be some kind of breaking point. So I will actually add here this 900 pixels, and I have this container about both. So I will just add it in here. And inside here I will add grid template columns 1 fr. If I save it, I can see that this looks a little bit better. If I scroll it more than 900 pixels, it will add the other text block inside here, and you will see it here. I will also need to style this block, but I will style it later. For now it's okay. And the most important thing which I wanted to work on was this navbar in here, because you can see that if I make it smaller, these pages kinda get squeezed together and looks a little bit ugly. So I guess I will add hamburger menu inside here, and then all of these pages I will put inside this hamburger menu. So if you click the hamburger menu, then the pages appears inside this panel. Okay, so this hamburger menu actually took longer time than I expected. I will guide you now through what I did. So let's start with CSS and just navbar itself. I have this navbar in here, and I added this position sticky, so if I scroll down, the navbar also scrolls down together. Then I also added this Z index because these buttons in here was on top of my navbar. For example, if I make it like this, and if I change it to Z index 2, the buttons are top of the navbar, and it's not correct. So I change this to 9, so my navbar is on top of everything. Then I also switch from grid to flex, and for the navbar in here, this was it. Then I also added this media screen for this 700 pixels. Let's go to navbar.js. So inside navbar.js, I will need to add import use state. So we will use React hooks and we will use use state hook. I will also import this hamburger menu, and I will import this from material UI. So here is this hamburger menu. So I will copy this. I will put it in here. And now let's use this use state hook. So I will go here. I will write const. Inside here I will write hamburger, and then use hamburger. Then I will add use state, and I will set it false. Okay, so let's save this quickly. We have an error, and this is actually because you need to kind of change this to capital letter. For component, it needs to be in capital letters. So if I save it, everything is okay. Now I need to let's just add this hamburger menu so we can see it. So I will add here div, and inside here I will put this menu icon. I will also, let's save this. I will add size for this menu icon. So let's add size 30 pixels. Okay, let's maybe add 45. No, I make it 50. Okay, now let's just add classes which are inside here. Okay, so let's add this class inside here. Class name container hamburger menu. Okay. Now let's add in this div class name hamburger menu. Okay, so now we can see hamburger menu in here, and if I scroll it above 700 pixels, it disappears and the navbar appears. But for now, let's make this like this. And if I click it, nothing happens, so let's make this clickable. Okay, so what I will do, I will create a class name inside this UL tag. I will need to add this hamburger in here, and I will need to add class open and empty class. Okay. Now inside this div, which is our hamburger menu, I need to add function on click. I will have this function, and this function will set use hamburger, and I actually see that I wrote it incorrectly. This needs to be set. I will use this set hamburger, I will put it inside here, and on click it will change to opposite value. So this hamburger will go inside here. Okay, let's save it, let's click it. Everything works correctly. Okay, so for you to understand what's happening, I created this div. Inside this div, I have this onClick function. If I click it, it changes the state from open to nothing. And if I click it and I add this open state, basically it adds this open class inside DOM, and if it's added in the DOM, we can style it. So if I click it and now it appears in my HTML, the value which is inside here also appears. For example, now it's added inside DOM, and if I write here none and I save this, everything disappears. So let's put it back. To explain this even more easier, this open text, it's added and removed based on the click on this button. If I click it, it removes it, and if I click it again, and if I click it again, it adds it. Okay, so our hamburger menu is created here. If I make it bigger for demonstration purposes, I can see that we have our pages. If I make it smaller, hamburger menu appears in here. If I click on this hamburger menu, we can see our pages. We can go to different pages for event page. Also, we added few things in event, sign in and registration page. Okay, so this is it for Cranky Bicycle project, at least first season. I hope that you learned a lot of stuff and it was useful for you. And thank you and bye.